Welcome, welcome. Mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender. Countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, everyone. It's Friday. Oh, yes, it is. It is Friday. And I'm loving it. Listen, preparing the place. Think about that. Do we not always prepare a place? For instance, if you have guests coming over, what do? Clean your house, get food that they would eat to make your menu. You know what I'm saying? You would prepare your place, right? You got a new desk, you move to a new office. You prepare your place. Do you not? We always prepare a place. If you're baking, you get all your ingredients. That's preparation. We are always preparing a place. If you look at that, you will see a pattern. Things that matter, we put the effort into them. Isn't that a novel concept? The things that we care about, we put the effort into, which means we are preparing the place. We always prepare. We always prepare. So when it comes to changing your life, you must also do the same thing. Prepare for that change. Well, of course. If you look at our lives, you will see we always prepare. Sometimes some of us wait to the very last minute to prepare, but we prepare nonetheless. You want to meditate? Prepare your space. Get your little cushion out, your pillow out, some soft music. Yeah. You're setting the what? Mood. Did you see that? Did you see it happen? We're always setting a mood. And the mood is what prepares us for action. Yes. We move by way of the mood. So this is why we set the mood, so that we can act according to it. Look around you and you will see that that is what you do. So the encouragement for you is this. If you know that the mood is the dictator, right? Because it is. Not dictator as in tyrant of a ruler. No, dictator as in it dictates. It dictates how you act. Right? The mood will always, not sometimes, or part of the time, but always. So if you pay attention to yourself, you are going to see that your mood or your mental attitude or your frame of mind, you can dress that up however you want to. But at the end of the day, you will see that it is your mood. Now, if you are romantic, it is Friday night. It could be date night, right? What would be happening right now? You'd be planning for that evening. You would be preparing for that evening. Will there be sparkling cider? Will there be hors d'oeuvres? Well, you put some Barry White on. You put on some Marvin Gaye. Yikes. You know what kind of evening that's fitting to turn out to be. Why? Think what I'm eagerly trying to convey to you is to watch your mood. Because when you watch your mood, you now know exactly how you're going to behave. I say this every day for a very specific reason. Because the more you hear it, you're going to start testing it. And then you will see that cause and effect are at full play here. And you will begin to see that you don't have to force anything to happen. You just select the mood, commit to that mood. Well, when you say, I'm in the mood for love, when you say you're in the mood, how many times do we say it? We say, oh my God, I'm like so not in the mood for that. I am not in the mood for that. Or, oh, I am so in the mood for that. See? And it's showing you that what you are in the mood for, you will act out. So the next time you ask yourself, oh my God, I'm so stuck. Whatever should I do? I don't know what action to take. You don't know what action to take. Get into the mood and the action will fulfill itself. It will tell you what to do. This is, the mood will tell you what to do. Do you think that creature comforts or being told what to do is something new? It is humanity's design. This is why we like to be told what to do. But you see, to be told what to do is not an outside job, my darlings. It is an inside job. It is your inner guidance, your inner compass. See, the mood. If you say, I feel to throw these hands today, you know how the young people talk. I feel to crash out. Wait, whoa. Do you see what mood you're in? When you say that phrase, I feel to crash out. What? So when you say that, does anybody have to tell you what to do? Crashing out has one thing for you to do. It's not a surprise, is it? No, because that's the mood. So you see, you get to decide. You get to choose your mood. And once you choose the mood, you don't have to figure anything out because the mood is what compels you, yes? The mood stirs you up. The mood inspires you to act. You don't have to pick up the phone and call somebody, George, whatever should I do, sir? I just don't know what to do. Please help me. So if you are habitually, because remember, we can't sustain a mood. Why? The principle of rhythm There is an ebb and there is a flow. That is the constant of rhythm, ebb and flow. So you see, you can't sustain that mood indefinitely. It will ebb and it will flow. Another way of saying it, it will wax and wane like the moon does in its phases, right? The mood will wax and wane. It will ebb and flow. But if you choose the mood that you want to do the same way every time, that now becomes a habit. And that habit will make it look like you are always in that mood. You aren't always in it. You're just in it more frequently than you're in any other mood because it waxes and wanes, it ebbs and flows. But don't get it twisted. If you observe yourself, you will see it. And the mood, well, when you look at the mood or temperament, it not only tells you what to do, it tells you how to do it. Look at the intensity of the mood. There's that country song. What is it called again? I Want You in the Worst Way. He says, I'm coming over and I'm not bringing any flowers and I'm not bringing any wine. This is what he says. I'm not bringing any flowers. I'm not bringing any wine because now is not the time for that, he says. He says, I'm just going to grab you. Well, one, you can see what kind of mood he's in. That's the mood he's in. But look at the intensity of the mood. So the intensity of the mood is going to tell you how to do what it is you're going to do. See? So you don't just know what to do, you know how to do it if you pay attention to your mood. This is why, like, if you go to a concert, now, I have seen some reels of people making their Cowboy Carter outfits for the concert. One, you see what mood they're in, eh? They're hyped up. Oh my God, I was just so Canadian. Oh my God. Listen, they were just so hyped up, yeah? They're pumped up. They are so jacked up. They're so eager and excited. That's the mood that they're in. And this one girl I saw, she made this outfit from scratch. What? They didn't even have the kind of belt buckle she wanted, so she 3D printed it. You see the level of intensity that is? This is my point. Everywhere in our lives, we live according to principle. When I tell you that you're always right, you can stand 10 toes down with that one. What do I mean by you're always right? A, you're always in a mood. B, you are always going to act according to the mood. C, the level of intensity of the mood will dictate how you do it. Can't escape it. Would you want to? You see, living that way deliberately makes life a piece of cake, huh? It's a piece of cake. Why? Because you don't have to figure things out. Just observe, and things will unfold because they do. They just do. So the next time you feel like you're fretting and trying to figure something out and struggling, stop. Just stop. Because you're wasting energy. Stop and regroup. Stop and ask yourself, what kind of mood am I in? Are you in a fighting mood? because that's what you're presently doing, fighting and struggling to figure it out. So you can't possibly be in the mood of the thing you want to be in because you're not doing that action. You are doing the action of struggle. So, in order to stop doing the actions of struggle, stop doing them. How though? Change your mood. Don't be telling me, Angela, you make it sound so easy. How am I supposed to change my mood? You already change your mood naturally, all by yourself. Do you not? How do you think you ended up with a favorite song? Just because you were bored? No, because that favorite song puts you in a mood. And when you are in that mood, how do you behave when your favorite jam comes on? And oh, exactly. That's exactly how you behave. So you see, you are already doing it. You just don't see it. If you take your time and observe yourself, oy vey, take your time and observe yourself without judgment. Without what now? Without judgment. Why? Because judgment is its own mood. See, we don't remember that part. Judgment is a mood. Yeah, so that is contrary to the mood you are wanting to be in. I, I am so serious with you this morning. If you look around, you will see you are already doing something. Watch what you are already doing. You are always putting yourself in a mood, and you're always taking yourself out of one. You're putting yourself in, taking yourself out. Sounds like ebb and flow to me. Sounds like waxing and waning to me. So, the reason why I say you prepare the place, you set the mood. And when you set the mood, you know exactly how to behave. We only complicate things because we're trying to force it. And the principles are saying to you, but darling, let me do all the heavy lifting. Let me open every door for you. That's what the principles, the law, is telling you. And how do you allow the law to work in your life? By choosing your mood. If the mood is one of desperation, shoot, I don't even have to say it. Desperate times call for what now? Calm and relaxed measures. No. Desperate times call for desperate measures. You see how the principle of correspondence works? As within, so without. So if you're walking around saying things like, I gotta have this in my life or it's not worth it, what do you think that is? That's a surefire way to repel. And I don't even like saying that phrase, repel, that word. Because you're not repelling it, you're just not projecting it outward. So you see, you're not keeping it away from you. You are not projecting it outward. Because that's not the thing within you at the moment. So how can you project it outward? What you are is what you project out of yourself. What are you? Check the mood, and the mood will tell you what you are. Just check your mood, and it will tell you what you are. It'll tell you what kind of person you are. So check the mood. I had two people at least an hour apart last night say to me, and this one lady, she has a cool haircut. She's just got it's like it swipes to the left or right. I forget which side it swipes to, but it just swipes to the right or left. It's a pretty neat haircut, though. She says, every time I come in, you're just so spunky. She goes, never stop being spunky. And I was like, I said, well, thank you. And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, spunky. I don't know what that word means. I know what perky means. But then an hour and some later, a man comes in. He's in line and he says the same thing. He folds his arms and he looks at me and he goes, you are always so spunky. He goes, the world needs more of that. I looked him dead in the eye and I said, well, it is contagious, you know. What else am I supposed to say to that? Because it is contagious. You see what I'm saying? You don't always have to be in a good mood. Shoot, you think I want to work till 10:30 at night? No. I would rather be wrapped up in my comforter. Hello. And all snuggled in. And you know winter is coming. And that's exactly what you got to make sure the heated blanket is plugged in, right? Okay. Oh, I just set a mood right there, didn't I? I told you exactly what mood I would prefer. But when I'm at work, that mood is not conducive to work. That's just going to create a slacker because you just don't feel like doing anything if you're in that mood. You just want to lay down and snuggle. That's not the mood for working. Well, at least not work, you know, but other kinds of work. So, my point to you is this: even if you are at work and you think your boss dislikes you, or you dislike your boss, or your coworker is a jerk, look at that mood. What's that put you in the mood for? Confrontation. Is that what you want? Or do you want to go to work and enjoy your day? Hello? You want to go to work and enjoy your day. So you have to put yourself in an agreeable mood. You're not putting yourself in a mood for them. You're putting yourself in a mood for you. Why is that? Because if you go to work and you are in a cantankerous mood, you are persnickety, you're ornery, somebody's going to get cussed out. Whether in your imagination or out loud, somebody's getting cussed out. And that makes for a crappy day, don't you think? Would you not rather go through the day and hey girl, how you doing? Or you look nice in that. Or let's all go for lunch. Don't you want a better work day? Complaining about the job. What mood is that? It puts you in the mood to quit. Hmm? Does it not? Well, you don't want to be there. So then, if you don't want to be there, and then circumstances, coincidences, next thing you know, you're let go, or you hear what I'm saying. Look at the mood, because if you get let go, how are you going to say, why did this happen to me? Your mood said you didn't want to be there. Habitually. You've been grinning and bearing it for months, years even. But flip it. Flip the script, my friends. Put yourself in the mood. You say, I'm tired of being single. Well, then put yourself in a desirable mood. Oh? How is somebody going to approach you if you look angry? And you don't even have to be angry. You could just be deep in thought, contemplating the fact that, oh my God, I'm so lonely. What do you think your face is going to look like? Not at ease, I'll tell you that. But if you put yourself in a mood that says, you know what? I enjoy life, And now for some of you, that may be a stretch to say you enjoy life. Well, what do you enjoy? Do you enjoy reading? Do you enjoy crochet, macrame, knitting? What do you enjoy? The moment you start to think about what you enjoy, you've put yourself in the mood for that. Now, you begin to act in a more desirable way. A soft smile appears. Your eyes light up. Oh, next thing you know, somebody says, "Oh my, aren't you beautiful?" You are more prone to smile and say thank you and keep it moving. Or hearing that could trip you out of that mood altogether. Because sometimes we don't even know how to take a compliment. And it's not that we don't know how to take a compliment. It is that we are in a mood that does not receive a compliment. If you are of the mood that there's no good men in the world, there's no good women in the world, she's for the streets, he's a thug. If you are in that frame of mind, it doesn't matter who the heck approaches you. You will look them up and down and say, ugh, and you will roll your eyes.